This video will show how to make changes to your ratings. This is one of the most common customizations made by PalmTech users, and in this video, you'll learn how to add in new ratings, delete ratings, and modify existing ratings. To make changes to your ratings, you first need to be in the PalmTech program on your PC with an inspection file open. This is where we are now. Next, we need to go into the Edit on the menu bar and then click on Ratings. Here we'll click on Default and then click Edit. We are now looking at the Edit Rating Set screen. This is where we can make changes to our ratings, so let's go over some of the basic options we see. In the top right corner is the Rating Set disclaimer. This disclaimer will show up at the top of the definitions section on your printed report. On the left, we have a list of different ratings that we are currently using. By default, we start with ratings acceptable, not present, not inspected, marginal, defective, and not applicable. Each of these ratings have their own properties, and you can see these on the right when a rating is selected. For example, we have acceptable selected, and we can see its name, abbreviation, explanation, and rating color. The abbreviation is what will show up above the checkboxes if you are creating a checklist style report. The explanation is the definition or meaning of that particular rating, and this will show up in the definition section of the report. The rating color is the color that any notes on a line marked with that rating will appear. A common example of when this is used is setting it up so that any line marked as defective will have notes show up in red. Next, there's a series of checkboxes. The first one is used for not present. This is typically only checked for the not present rating. The next option is used for not applicable rating. If this box is checked for a rating, then any line item given this rating will not show up in the report. After that is not inspected, which is used for the not inspected rating. Next, you have the value for scoring. This is an option that is not typically used by home inspectors, so it should be left unchecked. After that is include for being inspected for required edits. This means that any line marked with a rating that has this checked doesn't need any more information filled out on it to be considered complete. If you check requires note, then any line marked with a rating that has this checked, you must have a note entered on it to be considered complete. The last checkbox is for create summary of items marked with this rating. You should check this box for any rating that you want to have a summary automatically created for. If the create summary option is checked, then you are able to type in the summary disclaimer, which will show up at the top of the created summary for that rating. That's an overview of our options. Let's make a few changes. We'll change acceptable to be satisfactory. So we'll change the name and then change the abbreviation to S. Next, we'll add in a new rating for a safety issue. To do this, we'll tap the Add Rating button, and when we do this, we'll see a new rating is added to the bottom of the list. We'll go ahead and type in safety issue for the name and give it the abbreviation of SI. Since anything marked with this rating will be a key finding, we'll change the rating color to be blue so that all the notes for these items will be in blue. We'll also check the option for Create Summary. At this point, we could also add in an explanation as well. We'll say that the new rating is set up how we want, but we don't want it to be the last one in the list. We can change the order of the rating by simply clicking on the rating and then dragging it and dropping it where we want it to go. We'll move it so it's right above marginal. The last change that we'll make is to delete out a rating. Let's say that we don't need the not present rating. To delete it, we'll click on it and then click on the delete rating. As you can see, the rating has been deleted. You can make as many changes as you would like to make to the ratings. For the purpose of this video, we'll say that we're finished making changes, so we'll tap on Close. Now we're going to tap on Close again. When we do this, a message pops up that says, if you've made changes to the active rating set, you must start a new inspection for these changes to take effect. This means that our changes have been saved, but we will only see them on a new inspection that we start. Let's click on OK. The last thing we'll do in this video is start a new inspection so we can see our rating changes. To do this, we're going to go to File, New. We'll select the house template from the list and click on OK. We won't give this file a name, so we're going to click on Cancel and then go to our Lots and Grounds category. When we pull up the ratings, we can see all of our changes. This concludes a video on how to edit your ratings.